Customer objections are an unavoidable part of selling. While many sales reps often think of customer objections as rejections, they're not. A sales objection is a request for more information, not a refusal. Successful sales reps view objections as an opportunity to provide customers with thoughtful responses to alleviate concerns, change minds, and ultimately win customers. Overall, sales objections are an opportunity to advance a sale. They shouldn't be viewed as rejections, but rather they signify customer interest. They indicate that customers may not have adequate information. They signal that that customer might require convincing or need reassurance. They illustrate that the customer has a risk of fear and change. They provide an opportunity to learn from the customer's feedback, and they tell what a customer thinks about a product and a company. This webcast series will highlight the 10 most common sales objections that print sales reps encounter and offer strategies to convert those objections into sales. The content of this video series is based off of a Canon thINK sponsored NAPCO research survey of more than 1,000 marketers, as well as in-depth interviews with print service providers. Salespeople cringe at the thought of customer objections and often react by tensing up. It's important to consider an objection as a crossroad and not a roadblock. The sales process is a journey, and an objection is a critical part of the journey. It's a time to consider options before making a decision. A salesperson response will determine if a customer buys, and it sets the tone for the future sales relationship. The wrong response can end the sales process, while an appropriate response will keep that process moving forward. Overcoming sales objections is critical to the success of any printing company. It's important for sales reps to consider objections as opportunities. Through objections, the prospect is participating in the sale by telling the rep something, either through thoughts or through actions. Objections are a roadmap that presents sales reps with directions for tailoring messages to meet the prospect's needs. There are 4 critical actions sales reps need to take to successfully handle objections. First, they need to listen fully to the objection. Your first reaction when you hear a rejection may be to jump right in and respond immediately. Resist that temptation. When you react too quickly, you risk making assumptions about the objection. Take the time to listen to the objection fully. Second, understand that objection completely. Many objections hide underlying issues that the buyer can't or isn't ready to articulate. Often the true issue isn't what the buyer first tells you. It's your job to get to the heart of the objection and then fully understand it and its true source. Third, respond properly. After you're confident you've uncovered all the objections, address the most important objection first. Once you work through the greatest barrier to moving forward, other concerns may no longer matter or feel as important to that buyer. This is where you, as a salesperson, need to have a deep set of market insight about trends, Inkjet, and specifically their industry. Finally, confirm you've satisfied the objection. Once you've responded to the buyer's objection, check and see if you've satisfied all their concerns. Just because they've nodded during your response doesn't mean that they've agreed with everything you've said. Be sure not to accept a lukewarm yes for an answer. Many buyers will accept a solution in the moment, but once you're out of sight or you're off the phone, the objection still remains. A useful tool set for responding to customer objections is to think of and apply these steps. First, acknowledge the objection. In this step, you validate the objection and you really want to express empathy. You're confirming the objection and you're acknowledging how important it is to that buyer. Second, you need to provide good market insight. Don't focus only on the products and services you sell. Customers can find that out on the internet. Selling success in today's world of instant access to product and service information makes those traditional selling pitches describing a product or a service obsolete. Reps need to demonstrate how their company's offering will solve a customer's challenge, offer unique business and market capabilities. And finally, provide a call to action. In the educational modules that follow, you'll see a series of videos where a sales rep named John follows this process to effectively diffuse customer objections. During July, NAPCO Research interviewed a number of print service provider salespeople to understand the challenges they were encountering on a day-to-day basis. Your peers identified 10 top objections. Let me review these very quickly. First, customers said, "I don't see the value in print." Secondly, print and mail are too expensive. Digital channels are better when budgets are tight. Print isn't measurable, or it's not engaging. It doesn't reach the millennial. Personalization has no impact. We don't see or have the resources to do personalization. We're happy with our current provider. Just email me and I'll look at the information later. And we're just too busy. Throughout these next 10 modules, you'll get a number of ideas and critical market insight that will help you turn objections into sales.